Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachak Udash, the honors to my other apostles, the great millstone, peace and citation to the hopeful members of the elect, the B'charim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling, governing body of the nation, Yasha'Allah. I want to go into Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, verse 7, because Esau, Edom, alright, who proclaim themselves as white people, so-called, alright, a classification, a social construct that was created in 1681 in West Virginia, alright, they're at the end of their kingdom, and what's going to happen next is they're going to be put in slavery, hardcore bondage, alright, Revelation 13, verse 10, you know, those that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Those that kill with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience of the faith of the saints. All right, that's talking about Esau, Edom, and not just them only, but the rest of the heathens, because they all had a part in our downfall and putting us in captivity at one point in time. But starting with Esau, Edom, the top adversary, all right, the international banking families, you know, the Amalekites, all right, they had our people in slavery. The so-called Jews were funding it, you know, the cargo slave ships. All right, and they still have our people in slavery today, you know. Again, just look up the Rothschilds, all right. Okay, starting with Meyer or Amschel Rothschild, all right. Actually, let me look it up real quick. All right, let me just pause this video. Right, this is the man, Meyer Amschel Rothschild. And he had 5 sons, and he went to 5 different countries and set up, all right, you know, different corporations, financial systems, and they're the ones that's ruling today. All right, Meyer Amschel Rothschild was a successful banker and the founder of the Rothschild banking dynasty. All right, referred to as a founding father of international finance. You see, and again, he had 5 sons, you know, James Meyer de Rothschild, Nathan Meyer Rothschild, Solomon Meyer von Rothschild. All right, let me see, there's more. Well, of course there's more, but let me just click this. All right, see the rest of his children. All right, he was from Frankfurt. It was known as the Holy Roman Empire, which is in Germany. Can't get the rest of his sons. Let me see if it'll... Oh, actually, I could just stay right here because it shows you the picture. Right, Karl Meyer von Rothschild. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a 5th one. All right. Just want to make sure it's accurate. Okay, but these are the men who control the whole world today. They're descendants today, and they're back here today. They're the ones that came up with this whole system. All right. They're the ones that's, you know, through them created the pharmaceutical, the FRNs, which you have, you know, as the US dollar, the fiat, which is not backed up by anything, has no value. So paper money is really useless, all right? But they gave you an idea that it has meaning and value when it really doesn't, all right? So yeah, Amschel Meyer von Rothschild, that's the 5th one. So Solomon Meyer von Rothschild, Nathan Rothschild, Karl Rothschild, and James Rothschild. All right. And they're going to be put in slavery, man. Okay. See, their whole, you know, their whole kingdom, all right? All you Edomites, all right, the EU, the NATO, all that's, the beast system, America, all that's going to be destroyed. You see? All that is going to be destroyed. No one is next up except the Israelites once Yahushua returns. So Ezekiel 35, verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir, that was the, if you look it up, that was the inhabitant place of Esau, Edom. All right. I believe that's south of the border of Judah, all right, and the land of Jordan today. But let's look it up for edification. Okay, Mount Seir. Mount Seir is the ancient and biblical name for a mountainous region stretching between the Dead Sea and the Gulf of Aqaba, all right, which is, yeah, that's next to the Red Sea. All right, there's two gulfs, the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba, which we went through the Gulf of Suez, by the way, when we came out of Egypt. All right, and it says in the northwestern region of Edom and southeast, yep, southeast of the kingdom of Judah. All right, of the kingdom of Judah. All right, so let's look up a map real quick, images, as you can see right there. Click this. All right. So yeah, like it will be like modern day Jordan. We find a good map. Let's see. That's fine. All right, here we go. It's way better. As you can see, Deuteronomy 144, called Mashah 144. So they dwelt in this land right here, in this region. You see, you know, it's again southeast to the kingdom of Judah. You know, that's where all the Edomites dwelt at. All right, you know, next to Gad and Reuben, looks like, because Gad and Reuben was on the other side of the Jordan, next to Moab and Ammon. All right, half tribe Manasseh had this big old portion right here. You know, but all of Esaum's current system. All right, his kingdom today is going to be destroyed. All right, it's going to be destroyed, man. So it says, "That's what I make Mount Seir most desolate." And Mount Seir is just, you know, yeah, that's a physical place, but you know, Esau, Edom, wherever his rulership is at, all right, because that's where he came from, right? You know, just like how Jerusalem is a people before it's a place as well. So when it talks about Jerusalem, it's really talking about the Israelites, all right? And it says, "And cut them and cut off from it that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I'll fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and in thy valleys, and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword." All right. So Esau, Edom, he's going to be thrown down as a nation. He's going to be put in slavery. And then after 1,000 years, he's going to be wiped away. It says that in Obadiah. All right. Which, you know, let me get real quick. All right. Obadiah. Obadiah 1 verse 17, and it says, 1 verse 18, "In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame," right? Northern and southern, which, you know, are Israelites, all right? Northern is Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. Southern is, you know, African Americans, so-called, which they've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So you have Judah everywhere. West Indians, the Benjamites, you know, Haitians, the Levites, but we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. And it reads, "In the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it." You see, so no more Edomites after 1,000 years. They're going to be all burnt up. All right, which, man, we can't wait. "I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord." So once you're through Esau, what your kingdom is falling, that's it. That is it. Your kingdom is falling, and it's going to be destroyed, and you're going to be put down forever. Because even the other nations, after 1,000 years, at least they'll go back and, you know, establish their cities again under the rulership of us. But, you know, they'll get back their inheritance. All right, we'll deal righteously with them if they obey. But you're going to be put out. All right, you're going to be wiped away from the face of the earth, from off the face of the earth. And it says, "Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it." And whereas the Lord was there, right? What two nations are in two countries is it talking about? The northern and the southern kingdom, all right? The Israelites. "Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, Yahweh," which that's the true name of the Heavenly Father in the Hebrew, and his only begotten Son is Yahushua, all right? Who look like so-called black men, by the way. Okay, and there's lots of evidence that can prove that, all right? That they look like so-called Negroes, All right, Jesus, Cesare Borgia. If you look up the image of Jesus, that goes back to a man named Cesare Borgia who lived during the Renaissance. His father was Pope Alexander. All right, Rodrigo Alexander. Okay, which they were a malicious family, and you can just do simple research. All right, and yes, the image matters. Okay, and the name matters. All right, and it says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord, power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Right, because Esau, they hate you. These Edomites hate us. All right, these Edomites hate us. You know, especially the top banking families. All right, even if an Edomite, grew up with Jake, he might be somewhat decent. All right, he likes Kobe Bryant. All right, he's still from that sea line of the wicked. And sooner or later, when all hell breaks loose, all right, when it's survival of the fittest, they will show their true colors. All right, and if there is a person who looks like an Edomite, but he has flavor to him, he has that that benevolent spirit. That's an Israelite right there. All right, he got some salt. You can vibe with his spirit. There's just something about him. He reminds you just like yourself. All right, he may look like an Edomite, but he vibes with you. That's an Israelite. And it says it's a spiritual thing. All right, and you Black Hebrew Israelite only. All right, you're gonna be put to death too real soon if you don't repent. This is a nation thing, not a color thing. Yes, the original people did look brown, melanated, all right? Not black, melanated, brown. From dark brown to light brown, but the Lord deals in nations. And he's only dealing with the nation of Israel, all right? And it says, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee, right? So, hey, the Lord's going to make it known who he hates real soon by using his people, his elect, all right, to put you devils in slavery. And we're going to meditate terror. We're going to have spiritual power, new God bodies, all right? And, you're going to be like an ant unto us, all right? We're going to be like surpassing Superman, all right? The elect, man. God's unlimited power, And you Edomites are going to be like an ant. All right, we're going to do whatever we want with you. All right, put you on cargo slave ships like you did us. Make you work down to the bone. All right, you're going to starve to death. We're going to bring you right back to life. We're going to have your women as bedwench, the fine ones. All right, the pretty ones. Okay, and we're going to stump you to the ground. It says, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Lord power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. That's in the kingdom of heaven. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But you're going to be the only one that's going to be put out. You're going to be in the worst case scenario, my friend. Well, not my friend, my enemy. All right? You're going to be in hardcore bondage, man. All right? And then be put out after 1,000 years. And that shows that God's not all love. Why would God do that? Well, one, the Most High can do whatever he please. And two, it says in the scriptures. All right? So you Christians are just going off your own vain opinion. All right? As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. All right? So just how you rejoiced over our downfall, we're going to rejoice over your downfall. But the thing is, though, you're going to be desolate. And that's the mindset these Edomites have for you Israelites. They really want to wipe you out, but they can't. All right? We're God's chosen people. We have an everlasting covenant with our power, man. You Edomites, the same wicked thoughts you had towards us, want to make us go extinct. Hey, why do you think Planned Parenthood was designed? Just look it up. All right? That demon Margaret Sanger, she even said it to exterminate the black population, which were not black. Again, social construct, 1681. That's when it was created in West Virginia. All right? But let me look at Margaret Sanger quote real quick. All right, which, hey, guess who her grandson is? Bill Gates. Yeah, you see? Nothing is coincidence. Sanger quote black people. That's why they want to destroy the internet too. Because you can just find all this on the internet. You know? Even the elite said it, said the worst thing was the invention of the internet. Alright? This demon. Alright, let me see if I can find it. Actually, I'm gonna pause and I'll come right back. Oh, I thought I paused it. Salakia. But here's a quote. Alright, here it is. Okay. From Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood, alright, and abortion clinics, which is wicked. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. Hint, the Christian church. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the black population. And this devil, man, she's not even gonna be a Bedouin. She's gonna be putting fucking underground goddamn bunker of beetles. But hey, this goes to show you the mindset of these devils, man. Hey, they're gonna be the ones exterminated. So hey, man, Esau, Edom, you're through. All right. And it's the end of your kingdom. So, hey, low willingness is an edifying lesson. All right. Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachah Kodash. The honor some other apostles, great millstone. Peace and citation to hopeful members of the elect. Shalom.